Hello and welcome to this beautiful video. I had an interesting experience that I wanted to share with you all that involves healing technologies from outer space. So the other morning, I was just feeling really in and out. Like I was feeling like my spirit was just separated. And so when this happens, I usually ask my guides, like, hey, show me where my soul is right now. Show me where, like, why do I feel split, and show me where I am. And I immediately got sent up, and I found myself on a spacecraft. And the ship was busy. It was like a hustle bustle energy, quick, fast paced, like they're moving around. And I was viewing from, viewing through the eyes of someone on the ship. And that person had let me like remote view through their eyes. And so they had like a tablet almost looking, and like they were controlling things, and I couldn't quite tell like what was on the tablet, but they were doing things and the energy was fast paced. And then they walk into this room, and I've seen this before, there are like tubes, I guess, and my body was in one of the tubes. And it looked like holographic, like it looked kind of see-through. And so I was like, that's interesting. And then they were moving it like away from, like they had been working on it. And by they, I mean the people on the ship had been working on it. And then it was like done. And so they moved it like out of the way. And then like a new body kind of like appeared in the space. And I asked my guide, who is an Arcturian being. He comes through and connects me with, he's like a gatekeeper to the cosmos for me. He always hooks me up with the best guide, and so his name is Tran, and I asked him, because he was bringing through this information. I was like, what is that? Like, how are you able to work on my body if I'm here? And like, what is that then? And he basically said that they are able to almost duplicate your energy body. So it's like an energy body that I saw. They're able to duplicate your body, your physical body, and take it up, have that duplication up on the ship, and then they work on the energy body, changing physical things. Recently I've been asking for a lot of physical healing, so this makes sense. I have been asking for just a lot. So they make those changes. They rewire things in the energy body. And then he said, when you're asleep the next night, we will bring that energy down for you and basically put it around your body. And he said the word cast, like almost like a cast. And so when you break something, you put a cast around it and it heals. With this kind of cast, the energy body fuses with the physical body, and the two start integrating together. And they start integrating, which causes the healing work that they did in the energy body to fuse and basically emit the frequencies that now exist in the energy body to the physical body. And when they fuse, it changes the energetic makeup of our physical body. So when the energy body fuses, it changes our physical body. And this blew my mind, because like, what? You know, that's just wild. And so I wanted to make this video channeling Tran and just ask more about this, and also ask more about other healing technologies. So we're gonna see what comes through. If you don't know, I'm a trance channeler, and I do a lot of galactic stuff. And so when I trance channel, or when I channel, I keep my eyes closed. It helps me see things better. And then, yeah, we're just gonna ask Tran. We're gonna go straight to Tran and ask him to set us up with the proper beings, and we'll see what comes through. So let me go ahead and connect. So the ship in particular, it was a Pleiadian ship. Pleiadian, almost like, I'm getting the sense like it's a medical ship, like specifically for medical healing, and specifically for starseed healing. There are ways that they are able to work on star seeds in particular, because of the connections we have with the cosmos and the different makeup that our physical body has versus someone that incarnates just as a human. They're able to access starseed bodies a bit easier because of their frequency and because of the biogeometry that their body holds. And so it was a Pleiadian starship that I was present on, and he is nodding. Yes, I've been there before. There's all different sorts of healing technologies on the ship, and it can hold like hundreds at a time. So it's constantly in go mode. Ah, okay. So when I tapped into and tuned into originally, when I received the message and tuned into the chaos, the hustle bustle that I was kind of feeling, I heard the word war, and I didn't know what that meant. Like, are these, like, is this a warship? You know, like, why? Like, are we going to war? What's going on? And he just showed me that they get a lot, like, they're healing a lot of people that have been injured in war. So I think that is what it was. There's like something going on, and so they're having to heal a lot of people right now. Let me just tune in and see if that connection was correct. The spiritual warfare that's going on right now, specifically on the planet, but also outside of the planet. It caters to souls that I guess have connections to the ship, but you don't necessarily need a connection. It reaches out if you are a particular soul that can benefit from the healing that the ship holds. I'm going to ask what other healing technologies are present on the ship and how can we use them? Okay. Okay. So I saw this, I've seen this before. Last time I was on this ship, I also asked, where am I? Because it's a very similar feeling to the last time I did this and was taken to a ship. And that's because it's the same ship. So last time I saw that I was floating in like blue goo. Like a blue goo. And I was like, what in the world is that? So it's another, let me get it back. So it's working with that energy body again, like a copy of the physical body, but up there. It's almost like I'm getting like if you're a starseed, your higher self is a extraterrestrial, and the extraterrestrial knows and watches over you and knows exactly what you need and knows your needs. And if you communicate with this system of guides and the higher self, they're able to do it for you, like do help in what you're asking. But even if you aren't communicating with that, they know your needs, and so they are constantly checking you, seeing what you need, and that's how they're getting access to this duplicate copy of your physical body. It has like something to do with a direct correlation to your higher self working with the ship, and that's how they're getting the duplicate energy body, and that's how they have access and almost like permission is what I'm feeling. Permission to, like, it's your higher, that extraterrestrial higher self that's reaching out and helping you through them. And so this healing technology, I'm seeing the duplicate of your body. It's like this blue goo that when the energy body sits in it, it completely like calms the nerves. Like it completely brings the nerves in the nervous system back to like 0.0. And that 0.0, because we're on Earth, is the Schumann resonance, is what I'm getting. Like if you can bring your nervous system into alignment with the Schumann resonance, that is what they are duplicating through this blue goo. And he's saying this is why it's so important to like be outside and connect with nature as much as you can, because it's actually stabilizing our nervous system and bringing it to its like most optimal functioning state. And so this blue stuff does that immediately, and then the energy body is able to be fused back. So he's saying, you know, if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling like you need some extra help, you can call upon your guides and ask them to help you physically heal something. And if you're connected to the ship, or if your higher self has that capability, even if it doesn't, yawning when I'm channeling, even if it doesn't, your higher self will be able to physically help you heal. No matter if your higher self is a galactic being or if it's in the spirit realm, these technologies go vast beyond our comprehension. And so if you are experiencing something physically, ask for help. And because you are asking with your free will, they are able to step in and help you. I love that. Okay. Is there another technology that you can share, Tran? Let's see, another technology. Okay, this is pretty wild. So I'm seeing like when they are working on a body, they have these devices, and I'm almost seeing them as like two long like metal rods that are connected to something else, and they have like handles, but then like it's two like drumsticks, kind of. They look like drumsticks, and the ends kind of have that like little circle, but they're like silver. And so they have technologies to basically scan the body, know exactly where the energy is off, and then they use these rods to pinpoint where it actually is. And I'm seeing them like they can do it on like both sides rather than just coming from the front and doing it. They're coming at it from both sides. They're finding the particular point, anchoring in the rods, and then using sound and energy frequencies. He showed me like waves, like sound waves almost. And these frequencies come out and they basically shift the energy of that spot and bring it back to a harmonious state, if you will, by using sound and electromagnetic frequencies. I'm like holding it as if I'm there, like doing it. It's helping me. It's helping me get the vibe. Okay. Okay. They're almost saying like it's super rare for them to cut into a body. Like rarely do they need to slice open a being to figure out what's wrong and to fix the problem. He's saying like that's old school. You know, like that is not even relevant at this point. Like they have technologies to scan, to find where it's at, and then use these vibrational technologies is kind of what I'm getting. And it doesn't take long. He's saying it doesn't take long. It's like within minutes it can be healed if it's like if that physical ailment condones to this machine like technology. So if it's this type of ailment that can be healed by the machine, then like it's good to go. But he's saying it's not for everything. This is just like one particular thing that's good for. What's it good for, Tran? Let's see. Like why would someone use this? Okay, they're showing me on my physical body, and I also saw it through like when I was getting these visuals, they were showing me a body and particularly working on the spot that I have, and I heard like the word pinch, like when something's pinched energetically and energy is not flowing. And I have like a lot of tightness like down in my right like pelvis area, ileocecal valve pain there. And so he's saying like for things like that where it's very internal and it's very energetic as to why and what is causing it, these vibrations like shake it loose and like open up the energy flow to like go in. and it will like fix it in minutes. But you might have to do it like a few times, is what he's saying. That's fascinating. He's saying this is like one of the things that they actually did on my energy body when I saw the original downloaded message of as to where I was that day. Okay, let's see. Do you have one more healing technology for us that commonly gets used on star seeds here on Earth? Let's see. Okay. He showed me almost kind of like a larger scale version of the more accurate pinpointing device that we just talked about. And this is more of like a little, like you're standing in a small spherical room, and they are able to emit frequencies that break up the densities of emotions that are stopping you from receiving love, receiving like higher vibrational energies, connection. They're saying specifically for star seeds, but they have used it on humans as well. For star seeds, this is particularly for them. He showed me it's used on Earth, but it's also used in like the galactic realms. All of these are. And so when someone is facing lower density emotions, like we do on Earth a lot of the time, for star seeds, this can be very difficult because we come from such high vibrational energies and frequencies that coming down here, a lot of stuff gets clogged really easily in our energy system because our frequencies are not used to it, and this can really throw things off. And star seeds oftentimes are not built with the programming of like how to move through them. They're showing me like there's a difference between how the human energetic buildup is and the starseed human buildup is. And he's showing me like they're made up a little different. And the human makeup is almost better suited to handle the lower vibrational densities because they come directly from like living here, whereas the starseed human ones have a bit harder of a time. Their bodies have a harder time dealing with the frequencies because they don't have that same makeup. They don't come directly from a lower dense space. And so this technology in particular, this dome, you like step into it, and again, I see waves. They're like moving through the body and almost like omitting, like bringing the densities to the surface so they can like be seen and be released. Almost like lifting a veil to them, he's saying. The machine doesn't remove them, but it brings light to them. It brings them to the surface. And this helps because ultimately, like, bringing them to the surface allows for them to be released. It almost like immediately for like galactic beings up there using the machine, like this is how they are able to clear karma. Like this is how they're able to work through let's say, yeah, like emotions or feelings that they are stuck with from other lives in denser dimensions, places. They are able to clear that and clear their karma through this because it brings it to the surface and it illuminates it. It brings like a full picture understanding, and then they are able to work with it and drop it immediately. Like it almost like once it comes to the surface, it just falls off. Because the frequencies bring you back to the state of like full understanding over what happened. And while they're hitting you with the frequencies that bring the things up to the surface, they're also hitting you with like the frequency of unconditional love and like authenticity and like super high frequencies. So there's like different frequencies at play that help you get a full embodied understanding as to what went down, and then you're able to release it. And so oftentimes if you have like big epiphanies, or if you have big like moments of clarification that kind of come out of nowhere, if you are a starseed, you have probably sat in one of these machines up there. And they were giving this visual earlier, like your higher self, it's not even you that needs to be in the machine, it's your higher self that stands within it and is able to do that work for your like this incarnation. That's so cool. So if they see that you're super struggling with something and it's no longer contractual that you need to be struggling with that something, then they are able to do this work for you, and that integrates down into this reality. And then in this reality, you clear it and move through it quickly and easily. Wow, I'm like having so many epiphanies of like, that's what that was. Holy cow. Okay, that's really, really cool. Okay. Feeling like we're good on time, but I'm gonna see what else Tran has to say, if he has any highest and best messages for us, or any guidance. If someone's trying to heal their physical body right now, what can they do? How can they work with these technologies? He's saying, I'm seeing like hands moving over a body. And he's saying like, don't be afraid to get specific, like super specific. And that's why he's showing like the more specific you can get, the easier it is for them to help you. And so hands over a body, feel where you feel an energy block, or if your stomach has been having problems, or if your throat has been having problems, you know, like scan over your body and really hold intention there. And then ask your guides specifically, I want to heal this. Please help me use healing technologies to heal this for the highest and best of all those involved. And he said if it is for the highest and best, they will start to work on it. That will open the door. And to know that you're never alone in your healing. There is always a team of guides working with you to keep your physical body in check. He is saying, though, don't get this confused with contractual alignments that need to take place for karmic lessons or for human lessons in general, because some people are meant to move through illness. Some people are meant to move through needing to heal themselves, or moving through a commitment towards self in healing, or, you know, having energy stuck there. Like, a lot of illness is contractual, but the stuff that isn't, they're able to help you. Or if the contract is done, they're able to help you. And so ask about it. And if you feel that it can be released and it's not contracted, then know that that's the case and know that it will start healing. Okay, thank you, Tran, so much. This was so cool. Grateful for this, grateful for this information, grateful for that download. There's so much more that we cannot see that's helping us. There's so much out there that we still have yet to learn here on Earth, and know that Western medicine is not the only route. There are so many different avenues out there, and know that if you are healing from chronic illness or even emotional turmoil, you know, there are guides helping you, and you can call upon them at any time to help you and continue on your healing. I hope you love this and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Good luck in your healing.